Our God, who has forgiven us from every transgression, is a God of all comfort. You know, God is never going to be on the bottom. So, no matter what evil is going on, He's always going to meet that and be above it as far as His comfort and consolation. So, no matter what you're going through in your life, whatever you're battling against, there's this battle that you have in the natural realm, but then God meets that need. He meets us spiritually with His comfort. And in 2 Corinthians it says He is the Father of compassion and the God of all comfort, who comforts us in all of our troubles, so that we can comfort those who are also in the similar trouble that we have gone through. And He gives us this revelation in those wilderness places. He gives us revelation about His character, about His names, so that when we're walking through the wilderness, when we're walking through these places where, whether it's dry spiritually, or whether we're going through physical or emotional issues and stress things, He will walk us through that wilderness. He will prepare a table for us, that is Christ, the living bread and living water for us to partake of, so that we're strengthened in that wilderness. And Elijah, there is a story in First Kings, I believe it's the 17th chapter, where Elijah was fed in the wilderness by an angel because he was fleeing for his life, and he was exhausted emotionally, exhausted physically, but that angel fed him bread and water in the wilderness. And that bread and water represented Jesus Christ, because He says that He is the water that is alive, that when we drink of Him, that we will never thirst. And He is the bread that we eat. He is food for us. So Elijah ran for 40 miles on that bread and water, and he was strengthened. And it represents Christ, and how much, when we are downtrodden, when we are in a wilderness, how much does Christ um, energize us? How much does His Spirit quicken us? His Holy Spirit quickens our mortal bodies. He also refreshes us. And so the consolation of God is always more than anything that we could ever go through. We just run to Him in all things.